Hi, this video is to talk about score versus percentile for verbal section. List down for CAT 20 to CAT 24 the verbal section score versus percentile. Also, I will mention what is the strategy to use at different scores for the verbal section. We've been training students for more than 23 years. We still have courses for CAT this year, the last mile course, CON 1000, DLR 1000, the mentorship course. Interested, you can contact us. Now, if you look at a verbal score versus percentile, you will have a fair idea in terms of how much. Last 3 years the score versus percentile have been more or less constant for verbal. Not too much of changes, like 39, 40, 43, 44, not much. If you look at the variance in maths and DLR is much larger as compared to verbal section. Yes, you require minimum 8 marks to score 50 percentile based on last year. In CAT 21, the paper was easier. So if you look at the scores were higher, 12 to get a 50 percentile, 28 to get 90 percentile and so on. But the variance in verbal scores is not much. Overall as compared to other sections. As such. So let's look at what is the strategy you can use. Technically, I need that 18 marks, to get at 80 percentile. So if I need at 18 marks, then look at different strategy and so on. So if you're scoring less than 12 or less than 15 marks as such, my suggestion is focus on accuracy. Try solving lesser questions, but try to get them accurate. Maybe you attempt 10 questions and just get 5 correct. That will help you cross the marks. So try doing that. 10, 11 questions, getting 5, 6 correct. Try being lesser questions as far as possible. Don't try to attempt too many questions because then your accuracy will go down and your marks will go down. Instead of that, pick up questions that you feel easier, focus on that and try to get them correct. That's one way of solving. So yes, if you're scoring higher, 12 to 24 marks, then experiment between speed and accuracy. To find out in which areas can you go fast and which area you can go slow. So you may solve only 12 questions and get them 10 right, focus on accuracy. Or you may solve 24 questions and get 50% accuracy. That will also do. So you'll still reach the mark which is there. Right? But yes, you need to experiment, see what works at different areas and work on those. If you're already scoring 24 plus marks, then you have to increase your attempts. You need to have minimum 18 attempts, more the better. And as and when you increase the attempts, you need to look at your mistakes and try to work on your mistakes. So I'm attempting 22 questions. List down your mistakes, try to understand your mistakes and see how you can avoid those mistakes. Scoring high in verbal basically also means attempting more number of questions and being accurate as far as possible. Because the moment you attempt less questions, so let's say I'm attempting only 12 questions, it's unlikely that I will get 24 plus marks, right? Even if I get a high accuracy, no one gets, very rare people get 100% accuracy. So you need to attempt higher number of questions to get a chance to get a more. That means the attempts become more important. More attempts at less than 12 marks. I talk about less attempts, focus on accuracy. Here, focus on more attempts and try to see how you can reduce your mistakes during your analysis of mocks. That's how you need to work on. We'll come up with videos that will help you. We already come up with video for CON and DLR strategies at different scores. We'll also come up with further videos that will help you with regards to CAT preparation. If you're writing the CAT, do subscribe to our channel. Thank you.